since divine retribution. Spring equinox. Kingdom of Frisia. The city of Voden. A procession approaches the city. Hundreds, no, thousands, walk to Voden, shackled and closely guarded.
Hello friends, welcome to Ash of Gods Redemption. This is how episode 4 starts. We are switching to another main character, Lo Pheng, an assassin who acts as a bodyguard. You observe the surroundings from a tall rampart. It is your job to foresee any threats, especially those another might overlook. Something menacing is in the air. It might have something to do with the prisoners. You are a bodyguard of the highest rank, a warrior of the Shadow Clan. Your client, Count Pelko Saturi, shows you off like a golden belt buckle. It makes no difference to you. In the end, you are loyal to your clan. The streets are full of Gokar city dwellers and villagers who brought their whole families to the festival. However, temple inquisitors, no mere itinerant entertainers, preside over the ceremonies. They offer a special kind of entertainment. There will be executions and torture to commemorate the spring equinox. This time there will be an astonishing number of victims. The city will drown in blood. All right. Temple servant. Your client is meeting an important temple servant. You should stay close. A tall temple servant is commanding the guardsmen. Many in the crowd whisper his name, Nakoma. Count Pelko Saturi approaches him, arms wide open. Finally, you're here. How was the journey, Your Holiness? What news? Would you like to rest or begin the festivities immediately? Have you considered my request? Reminded of your presence by the clanging of your sword, the Count breaks into a satisfied grin. No need to fret, Count. The Third Legion is already on the march. You should let fate do the work when considering the command of 3 legions. Other commanders might suffer from chronic sickness, or their tents could be attacked by bandits. Do you follow me? Does the temple permit such tricks of fortune, and how should I pursue a fate such as this? Will the temple advise me? The temple of divine wrath only instills anger, so heed my advice. Noticing your interests? Forget about gold and jewels, but keep any strixes you find. They won't make you commander of 3 legions, but it might save your life. What do you mean, Your Holiness? In every temple you hear that strixes are the stones of the reaping. Is that your warning? How can strixes put me in command of 3 legions? Your icon can bring you your 3 legions more easily than a servant bringing a chamber pot. Test him if you doubt him. I like this sort of entertainment. If your bodyguard slays, say, a dozen or 2 Frisian guards, I'll turn a blind eye. You are absolutely still. A premonition touches you like a breeze, but your inner peace is undisturbed. You are always ready for whatever may happen. Lo Pheng, stay here. I need to speak with His Holiness in private. Worry not, I'll be safe in Nakoma's company. Meanwhile, make sure that everything is in order. A satisfied grin blooms across the Count's face. He has interpreted your nod as a bow, it seems. This day last year, 2 murderers were tortured to death in the city square. This year brings many more victims, but they look nothing like murderers. Executioner. People recoiled from the scrawny, brown-robed inquisitor. You should take a closer look at him. It seems that the ungainly fellow is the executioner. He is in conversation with an old inquisitor, clad in black robes bearing the sign of the temple. The old man appears to outrank him, but the executioner will preside over the coming festivities nonetheless. The executioner checks the steel spikes protruding from the wall and then looks into a tin box. Ogrin, damnation, why did we drive this herd to Odin? You can only hang 10 people at a time here. Do you mean to drive the rest back? The older man rummages through a canvas bag. Did you plug your ears when I went over the details? We slaughter a dozen, maybe 2 dozen here. The rest we drive further. We're working for a grand cause, Mel. The ears, by the way, do not forget the ears. I examine the executioner's dais. It's a wooden dais, normally used by tollmen to inspect wagons. Above it, steel spikes protrude from the wall. 4 of them show traces of dried blood. The rest are simply rusty. Mel giggles. I remember your collection. What should I cut off that's different? Noses, perhaps? As for the grand cause, I'm happier arranging smaller affairs. Smaller and sweeter. Ogrin laughs. Don't tell me. I saw you drool, slicing a wench from breast to crotch, just to see her guts spill. Just wait for it. You'll soon have it your way. We'll slay them by the hundreds. Mel blissfully closes his eyes. So, all this talk about opulent Barcana is not just gossip? It's a long way to go. Many won't make it. Still, there's not like fresh meat. Mel rubs his hands together. You wonder why anyone would drive prisoners toward war. Usually, it would be the opposite. Inquisitor, the old man fidgets in the cart, muttering beneath his breath. Do you really need to bother him? Before you can approach the old man, Nakoma beats you to the punch. Yet, Wodan is an ancient fortress. If you stand in the square at a specific spot, conversations can be heard at a distance. Nakoma nods in your direction. Did you ever torture a man from the Shadow Clan, burn him with hot irons, cut his sinews? They say these men feel no pain. The Inquisitor shrugs. Icons are not really human. Rumor has it you can cut a child to pieces in front of an icon. And, unless he was hired to protect that child, a warrior of the Shadow Clan won't so much as blink. It is said that they have no hearts. Nakoma smirks scornfully, as if you had a heart. Will you flinch if you have to butcher a child? How many have you disemboweled already? Perhaps we have something in common with warriors of the Shadow Clan. I love to see that one in action. Walk away. Alright, what's this? Prisoners. A red-haired prisoner girl watches you intently. It seems she wants to say something. Haggard, foul-smelling prisoners are pressed against the wall. The red-haired girl does not look traumatized, though she certainly is. As guardsmen drag a scrawny old man from the crowd, you lose sight of her for a moment. More women stand behind the red-haired girl, but she alone watches you. You remain calm and impassive, even when she calls out to you in Akon. The red-haired girl is definitely not Akon. If she were, you would have been forced to abandon your service and save your kin. Nothing else can interfere with your service to Pelko Soturi, who pays you so well. Hey, warrior, my name is Rit. Can you feel what's happening? Is it not time you remembered your duty? You remain silent. Your inner peace is absolute. Open your eyes. That temple servant is not human. It's a reaper in human form. She's talking about Nakoma, I think. Open your eye. Okay. So what? Think of the law of the clan. If a reaping begins, you should serve your clan only. You should fight the reapers wherever they appear. The law of the Shadow Clan binds you to oppose the reaping and the reapers. Do you remember your duty? No one understands what the red-haired prisoner is screaming about, but the guardsmen dare not shut her up. Nakoma's eyes are daggers. She knows something she should not. Still, none can foretell a reaping. You do not have to believe me, but today is the day. The reaping is nigh. What makes you think so? Innocent people will be led to the slaughter today. Is this Frisia as a rule? Frisia is cruel. I am not surprised, but it's not my concern. How do you know the law? Does it matter who speaks the truth is still spoken? You are too young to lecture me. No one can foretell the reaping. You are a warrior of peace, are you not, Icon? Yes, I can read your face. Look closer at Nakoma and feel life freeze beneath his feet. He's a reaper, brimming with power. I have the sight to see this. A seeress will not allow herself to be captured. I heard your words. You may think me foolish, but please be vigilant. To your client, you're just fodder, much like us. You remain silent. The warrior's code of the Shadow Clan prescribes inner calm. Otherwise, you are useless. They receive substantial sums of money from Count Pelko Saturi. You turn around to find Nakoma staring at you with a contemptuous grin. He gives a sign. You hear screams and choice swear words behind your back. The guards have picked up the girl, Reed, and are carrying her to the Dai. The temple servant watches you closely. You stand beside Pelko Soturi. He is unfazed by the muffled howls of the prisoners, the grumbling of the crowd, or the smoke from the executioner's brazier. In fact, he is almost triumphant. What will you do, Lo Pheng, knowing that a Frisian official plots my death? What if he plans to send assassins after me? You know the answer. I know nothing. There are two officials fighting for command of the legion entrusted to me by the temple. They'll be at each other's throats once I'm dead, but that's not exactly comforting now, is it? The legions are already on the march, but neither commander has joined them yet. One of them just passed through the Gallian tunnel. The other is a bit ahead of him. Their entourage is not numerous. You will manage. Who will protect you while I'm away? I'll be perfectly safe while the temple servant Nakoma is here. I want to test you first. There's a wench who dares scorn his holiness. The red-haired scum mocked him all the way to Wodan. Kill her, and if I become commander of 3 legions, I will double your pay. For an icon, a client's word is law, even if the client breaks the law. But I'm no executioner. I should slay anyone sent to kill you, however many there are. But I am not an executioner. Well, I can remember this. Pelko Saturi always gets what he wants, regardless of what's written in some contract. You'll see. The Frisians are cunning. They pay the sons of the Shadow Clan handsomely for their services, but they easily go back on their word. You expect it. You are ready for them. But, as the tortured redhead asked, are you ready for the truth? Silence falls over the square. The spread-eagled wretches on the wall freeze in anticipation of their dreadful fates. The only sounds are the clanging of the executioner's instruments being laid out on the bench and the flapping of banners over the burgomaster's head. Choose not to watch the execution. You close your eyes as if recalling how to fight blindfolded. You take in the sounds, the anxious breathing of the crowd, the executioner's footsteps, the clanging of his instruments, an old man screeching. Suddenly, the redhead bursts into song. She weaves a temple hymn, making rich and poor alike bare their heads. Her voice peals across the square, resonating as if under a vaulted ceiling. Everyone stands transfixed by the melody, moved to tears, searching for something within themselves. Look around for Nakoma. You do not see Nakoma anywhere, but you sense that he is nearby. Guardsmen's helmets are removed, sharp blades are lowered, prisoners and onlookers weep uncontrollably. You know that a temple service cannot end in an execution. It is forbidden. As these thoughts forms, a reaper appears. Something resembling a bloated grey corpse with a greasy black mane emerges from the yard in front of the gate. It moves toward the day, determined to end the song. You draw your sword. Alright, first fight of chapter 2. Alright, so this will be a little bit different because you only have one unit, which is very powerful, but you need to be very careful how you play him. Alright. Excuse me. Oh look, he did reach me. Obviously, this is the most dangerous one. Okay, so this ability is very good, but it has a very long cooldown of 4 rounds. I'm going to use it now because I don't want to die. And I am going to try kill this guy. Okay. Alright. I think I'm going to move here. Ouch. Okay, now. No, he doesn't have energy. I can't. It might be much easier to kill him, but I need to kill him fast, like really fast. Because he has an ability that does 5 damage. I'm staying here because I can counter his attack. I have 33. Now he has just 46. Right, I'm going to move here. Okay. What cards do I have? It is held by 11. This is held by 10. Okay, I'm going to use this. And I'm going to use Sudden Abyss and kill the Reaper. Alright. I got 36 is 2000 gold and a level up. Killed by your blow, the monster turns into a wisp of fog. A sacred streak set into the steel of your blade sizzles and burns out. The mystery is solved. This is what made the Reaper vulnerable. A strange weakness washes over you, making you stagger. Did the monster curse you? Your eyes meet Reed's. She has been a hard nut to crack. 2 swings of the sword is enough to cut the ropes binding her. The moment you set her free, she rushes to the other prisoners. What follows is not your responsibility. Your road leads to the Isle of Shadows now. But first you need to overcome the strange weakness. Many generations of warriors live their lives knowing that if a reaping comes, they will have to oppose the reapers. Whoever cuts even one of them down should bring news of it to the Shadow Clan. Your service to Pelka Saturi is over.
In the first days of the Great Disaster, you rushed to a backwater town on the edge of a Burkanan kingdom. This time, It seems the dice rolling on the game board will be carved out of your bones.
We are now switching to the third main character, Hopper Rouley, who is actually a so-called Umbra. It hurried like never before, leaving ravines and mountain passes behind, taking narrow pathways now buried by snow. Yet still you didn't make it to Albius before the spring equinox. The towers of the city are already visible, and you can hear the ringing of the bell and the roaring of the Manas River. What could this backwater Odalan town have done to incur the god's wrath? Why Albius? There are dozens of other towns that look exactly like it. Is there some secret motive? You're filled with an overwhelming sense of foreboding. The stench of death fills your nostrils. Everything is just as Amma predicted, except for one seemingly impossible truth that, at the moment, only you know. A mortal has indeed resisted a reaper, both here in Albius and in the faraway Frisian city of Wodan. You reach the town walls, the bell peals incessantly, black smoke swirls overhead, and the stench of burning flesh fills your nostrils. Could it be a plague? Why are the guards at the gate wearing Jaranan uniforms? This is still the Odalan kingdom. A vagabond, damn it, why is it never a damsel? Hey, daydreamer, snap out of it. Do you have paperwork? Alright, let's see. Looking through your papers. Nice to meet you, Baron Rowley. Call me Mosham. I'm the commander here. And you? Oh my, you're a healer and a baron. A scribe too. What brings your grace all the way to Albius? Nothing until you let me into the city. I'm no baron either. Call me Hopper. You sound like a German commander. What are German guards doing in an Odolan town? Guarding, of course. There's already trouble on the western borders. Is that where you came from? I came down from the mountains. I've been to the Vale of Mercy, but took the mountain passes to make it here before the snow melted. I didn't even have time to visit Opakum. I believe that. There's a Berkanan garrison in Opakum. Count Bichti is in command. He wouldn't have let a healer leave his side. As for local news, the reaping has begun. Well, nearly. That makes no sense. Has the reaping begun or not? Can you tell me what's going on? Why do I smell burning human flesh? Does it stink? Really? I don't smell a thing. Gotten used to it, I suppose. Gotten used to it? What took getting used to it to? Should I turn tail and run? Is there anywhere to hide? Anyhow, a monster appeared. It sealed the gate and used its, magicianry or sorcering. The folks in town started beating each other to a pulp. It wore off, just like too much drink does. That's when we came to the rescue. The nobles fear the plague, so we're burning the corpses. Almost everyone in town has ulcers on their necks, but the temple servants are applying some kind of ointment to relieve the pain. It seems as though the reaping has begun, but with slower momentum. Stumbled, you say, taking its very first step. I've examined various manuscripts, but none of them mention anything like this. Do you replace the bell ringer often? You don't like the tune? Doesn't bother me. I've gotten used to it. Or are you after the job? I'd consider it if the pay is decent, but I don't like the noise. Hasn't the bell ringer gone deaf yet? The locals say that if not for the ringing bell, there have been many more corpses by now. Looks like the ringing brought some of the craziest to their senses. Not instantly, but the sound broke through whatever was clouding their minds. As for the bell ringer, not my responsibility. Is it ringing by itself then? Well, never mind, no use trying to fill another's shoes. So is this the reaping or not? What else could it be? I can't be sure, but I trust my gut. The reaper, the plague, the signs, it all fits. Oh my, you've seen a reaper? Every ancient manuscript I've seen says that everyone collapses in the presence of a reaper. Manuscripts? What do I care of your manuscripts? When the Reaper came, the townsfolk fell flat on their faces. Some passed out, but this one merchant was sharper than the others. He saw something. Do you think our detachment coming here was a coincidence? I admire your effort, Masham. You say you're a talker, but really haven't said too much. You've been listening intently this whole time, but I've nothing to hide. I am what I am, a scribe, a book lover, and a healer, a jack of all trades, really. That's enough chit-chat for now. I agree, I don't have all day. You're not a beautiful lass, so we're done chit-chatting. Welcome to Albius. Why summon the guards? Did I offend you? Not with defenses as good as mine. Thing is, I have orders. If I were to see a scribe at the gate, I am to send them to Cardinal Coronzon. Why? Well, that's none of my business. Did you see Coronzon? I used to know a man by that name. If you're the Cardinal's good friend, you might have better luck than our prince. Those two don't get along, you see. My men will escort you. Goodbye for now. So we
The
return to
town looks glum
Albius.
in the aftermath of the tragic events. The reaping has indeed begun. You barely have enough time to look around as the guards briskly lead you to the town square.
You arrive at town hall with an escort of guards. One of them, a tall, hulking man, stays behind as the others leave. He sizes you up and then points to the entrance of a nearby shop. He obviously wants you to go there. The ear-splitting peals of the bell make you wonder how the cardinal stands it. As you take in the town hall, the guard takes stock of your horse. My name's Ake, he says. If Mosham got it right, you're Hopper Rouley, a peculiar man, a book-lover, healer, and baron. You face the giant warrior, smiling your friendliest smile. Why does your horse wait for you by the tent like a dog? Is it trained or something? Does it bark on command too? No bark or bite, keep that in mind. Be careful with this beast. Like I need that horse of yours. It's too scrawny. My feet would scrape the damn ground if the horse doesn't buckle under me first. Look at her, Ake, and you shall see that I pay my debts. I haven't lent you a thing, and I'm not gonna. Your horse ain't going anywhere, and neither are you. You're not leaving town till you've spoken to the cardinal. He and the prince argued about that, actually. Triggs glum because the temple sees the right to inspect all scribes and mages coming to town. Ooh. This is the cardinal. Let's talk to Coronzon. The cardinal, it appears, has usurped Chirlan's shop, or Rask's shop, to use his most recent name. Though this cardinal takes anything he desires, and that bell absolutely ear-splitting. So here you are, Blanche, and here I was thinking not a single fly would come to this pile of dung. We have 2 flies now, including you, and once again you're a cardinal, Coronzon. So you're a vagabond again. They told me you now call yourself Hopper. I like Blanche better. I've always been amazed by your passion for changing names. Only Amma stayed Amma. Your coming here is no coincidence, is it? What else did she predict? Nothing really, only the onset of the reaping. Does that mean she hasn't lost her clairvoyance? As you can see, that's how it is. The reapings also started in Prisia, not just here. That's not your doing, is it, Colonel-san? Of course not. You don't think that we've sided with the Umbra, do you? We're all Umbra. Amma is, and so is Rusk. He got away from what I've heard. Who came to Albius? Are you saying you don't know, Blanche? I'm surprised. You should have seen the one responsible for all this. Something hides these events from my sight, but I did catch a glimpse. It seems there are 2 mortals, one here, one in the north. They resisted the Reapers and an unprecedented feat. The one in the north, if I'm not mistaken, has even managed to excarnate him. That can't be true. Are you certain? Surely it was only disembodiment. He couldn't have killed him. You'd also feel it if an Umbra were killed. Disembodiment only. A Reaper's already attacked him twice, not in full force for some reason. I couldn't tell exactly, but he's lost his body again. Damn it, this is a grave danger for us all. Surprisingly, you've arrived just in time, Brans. Can I count on you? What is it that you can't do yourself that I can? Answer my questions. There's something odd about this reaping. It's waning. You think I'm hanging around here for fun? It's because of all this ringing, like it's suppressing the reaping. For whatever reason, I don't think it's anything to cheer about. If it can hinder the reaping, it could spell trouble for us too. So that's what's been bothering you. Truly, there's some magic to all of this, and we need to get to the bottom of it. Maybe I'm no match for you or Ananael, but I don't believe for a moment that you're surprised. The first legions of Frisia are closing in on Barkana. Gebonons wreak havoc near the Ashen Wasteland. Gels have been sighted in the Vandal Forest. The moment we show any weakness, the Polyans are going to be at our throats. We are ready for war and the reaping, but not for this sorcery. Will you offer help in return? Saving someone again? I'd rather you ask me to kill someone for a change. That's much easier. There are enough murderers at large as it is. Also, you're one of them. Still doesn't the thought of saving someone please you, even a little? I'm afraid our notions of pleasure don't match, but I hear you. I hope you'll allow me to weigh decision about any requests we make with my own scales. If so, then we have a deal. Shouldn't we be helping each other? Spare me your chuckling. If only we turned Frisia into a graveyard when we had the chance, we could have avoided all this. Naturally, once we're standing in the middle of a graveyard called Barkana. These people are like cockroaches. Leave 10 alive, soon there will be 1,000. At least they're much more efficient at getting rid of themselves than the reaping could ever be. Enough dawdling, tell me what you need. It's not that simple. A merchant named Padagang supposedly saw a woman of profound beauty before the reaping began, but no one else did. Then he saw the retired captain of the Odalangat, Thorn Brenin, with his daughter. They were talking to a reaper. Why should I care about a merchant's visions? Although Captain Thorn did pique my interest, my curiosity. Looks like he's the man I need. Why would a reaper converse with mortals? I wonder. I don't know. Thorn's wife died first. He took his daughter and a couple of soldiers and they scurried away. However, one of the soldiers turned out to be Prince Trigg's son. And that numbskull of a prince convinced himself that his son could only be saved by the scribe who stops the ringing of the town hall bell. Is the young prince in need of rescue? Thorn is sentenced to death. A reaper left his mark on the town gate and our dear Gerland broke it down when he escaped. The Albius guardsmen were clearly a bit traumatized. Then Thorn goes and hacks them all to pieces. Trigg is worried about his son and he wants blood. I care not for the prince, but I would like to find Thorn and talk with him. Also, I don't care for his possible execution either, and Prince Trigg will not make me seriously as a scribe anymore. So I can't promise I'll be any help. Is Thorn aware there is a prince in his squad of soldiers? Should I care? I don't give a damn about the prince. One of Thorn's companions is his bodyguard, some lad called Sop. His head will be removed from his shoulders the moment any harm comes to the prince, and he knows it. He'll go to great lengths to prevent that. Thorn is much more inquisitive. So this stubborn captain piqued your interest as well. You think he'd fall at your feet if you appeared before him as a reaper? Well, who knows? Where could Thorn be headed? Thorn will race from manor to manor until he realizes that the reaping has corrupted them all. He's already visited the first nearby one, even tangled with some asses there. I don't know where he's headed. The next manor can be found on the outskirts of Ursus. Asses are dangerous foes. Thorn's able to go toe-to-toe with them. He didn't earn the rank of captain for nothing. There's hope he still lives. Being accompanied by such a commander will keep the prince much safer now. Much safer too. You still have not explained to me what is it that you need. I want you to stop that incessant bell. It's not just Albius that's been affected by this magic. The bell, the bells toll all through Barcana now, all by themselves. Not a changeman in sight, all because of this one here. The report didn't appear anywhere else but here. Why should I care? Not unraveling someone else's enchantment. I need this body, and I've got enough problems as it is. I'll do without your help. Maybe you should get to the top of the town hall tower by yourself. I couldn't unweave this mysterious spell. Among the Umbra, you have the highest affinity for magic. Give me some advice, at least. Several people have already perished in that cursed town hall. The bell's magic saps the mortal's will and forces them to climb ever upwards. But we're different. Very well, Corazon, but I'll only take a look. The moment I sense any danger, I'm turning around and getting out of here. Alright. Let's go talk to the prince. Trig, the prince of Jarana. You didn't look so worn out last time I saw you. What aggravates you so, your highness? The beginning of the reaping, or is it the incessant ringing of the town bell? Who are you? I've been told that a certain scribe has arrived in town. Would that be you? A healer and a wandering sorcerer with a license? Hopper Rouley. Your face looks familiar. Might we have met? We met in your place. I just earned my scribe's license. I spent a whole year going through your archives. I can't remember every single palace scribe. Now, if you were a good swordsman, we could talk. I see that you do have a sword and a staff. Isn't that a bit much? And what brings you to Albius? The staff is for working, the sword is for defense. Such are the times we live in. You either carry a sword or someone carries your head. As to why, I got word that the reaping has almost conquered Albius. That's why I'm here, your highness. What do you mean that's why you're here? You're starting to piss me off. Make yourself clear. Why in Terminum have you come to Albius? That's hardly a secret, your highness. Just watching events unfold in the blessed land of Barcana and writing it all down. I am not sure about the Barcanan blessing. Looks more like a curse to me, but why Albius specifically? A seeress told me that the reaping will begin right here, on the day of the vernal equinox. I was curious, you see, but almost couldn't make it. I had to travel a long way. I found her beautiful, past her prime perhaps, but hardly old. Stumbled upon her in the Vale of Mercy. I didn't really believe her. It's better to see for oneself, so I just dropped by. The seeress was right. It's disappointing that she's so far away. I'd love to meet her. The reaping excites your curiosity, you say? You must be an expert on the subject. If you're as clever as your scribes pretend to be, tell me this. Was the bell ringing during the last reaping? And if it was, how did they stop it? Is there a clue in your scrolls about how to silence it? It indeed told, but differently, and not for days. I mean, how do you even keep this up? Anyway, stopping the bell is child's play. Just get the changeman off the damn thing. Do you have any idea how many men I lost in town hall? I don't need a scribbler. I need soldiers. So much for your usefulness. Go visit the cardinal and see if he can find you what to do. I already know what I have to do. They want me to stop the bells. Wondering what a sorcerer might be doing in Albius, you enter its maze of streets. You follow the fleeting trace of magic. It leads you to a side alley where someone cast a spell several days ago. It's now clear that it was no sorcerer. Someone used a magical plague. It only makes sense. They would be imbued with power in Riptide. Blood is smelled on the pavement. It looks as if it was more than an ordinary fight. The squeaking of a door makes you turn around. Several gloomy, towering figures exiting one of the houses stop when they see you. Large sacks on their backs betray that either one of them is moving out or they come on marauders. It seems like it's the latter. The thugs throw their loot to the ground and draw weapons. Alright, just like the other one. Alright. Alright. Okay, now I can come and attack all three. And I can even move here. And we are done. You look at the corpses and frustration begins to simmer. So many soldiers were dispatched to this town, yet they only protect the princes and the cardinals. Mere blocks from town hall at daylight already took place. The criminals won't harm anyone ever again. No experience apparently. Alright. On your way to Town Hall, you're joined by Corazon. You examine the staircase and concede that it is indeed enchanted. Luckily, the spell doesn't affect Umbra. As you try to make sense of the intricate spellcraft, Corazon creeps up from behind and shows you forward. You rush up the stairs against your will. The sorcery is affecting you, even though it shouldn't. You must start back, but you can't. Your feet heed you not. Okay, new fight. On the upper platform of the bell tower, you find the soldiers who got too close to the enchanted stairs. Their eyes are vacant. You draw your sword. The guards might not attack you of their own free will, but that is no reason to get yourself killed. Whew. Right. Now all right. Think I'm going to kill you. Ouch. I wanna kill you. Alright. And you are dead. Perfect. The bell keeps tolling. The rope swings on its own under the spell's effect. Simply grabbing it should break the enchantment and you'll be free to leave, but it's a trick. Touching the rope triggers a curse. Trusting Corazon was a mistake, and you're about to suffer the consequences. You muster up the courage and grab the rope. Losing your footing as the bell tower crumbles. Everything goes black, all but a message born into your mind. Follow the guiding one. Collect the 7 parts of wisdom. Read and be saved. You wake up to someone slapping you in the face, then holding you upright. You struggle to open your eyes. The first thing you see is your blackened and frozen hand, which has absorbed the full power of the curse. One look back is enough to confirm your suspicions. The town hall's bell tower has indeed been destroyed. Skill points gain, okay. The curse is spreading. Blance stats are lowered. Damn you, Corazon. You scoundrel, I drag you from the rubble, and what do I get in return? Have you lost your tongue, or have you no gratitude? The town hall tower is no more. You brought it all down, somehow. The store's still in one piece, though, and the tolling has stopped. That kind of magic is out of my league, Corazon. I can only tell you that it definitely kept something horrifying at bay. It still does, but now with my help. See my hand? This unknown sorcerer must have had both hands blackened. Or could it be a sorceress? No matter, a being capable of such magic can assume any form. The spell hasn't broken, and there's no ordinary curse on your hand. The bell must have been a decoy then. But I don't understand the enchantment's purpose. How should I know? If not for the bell tolling, the people of Albius might have slaughtered each other. Damnation, it's your fault I got caught in this enchantment along with gods know who else. What if this blackness spreads to my heart? Hasn't happened yet. Enough with the weeping. A pompous nobleman is headed your way. You met my request, so I owe you one. However, if you want to ensure my goodwill, I suggest you find Thorn and bring him to Opacum. I want to have a look at him. Oh, here comes Prince Trig. The dreams come true, Scribe. The hag was right. You stopped the bell. Well, I invite you to serve the Jeranan crown from now on. Find my son, Ho, and the captain who led him away, named Thorn Brenin. Save my boy and bring the captain to trial. Excuse my insolence, Your Highness. I only wish to understand. First, I hear about a girl of profound beauty. Now, there's talk of some hag. And what of this dream? Does it pertain to your orders? I dreamt of a terrifying hag who foretold your arrival. She tried to soothe me, said you'd help. Don't grind your teeth, Corazon. Respect the Jeranan crown. You demand respect for the crown, yet you show none for the temple. All these dreams and prophecies are pure heresy. Oh, and forget about Thorn. He's not your subject. It's not up to you to bring him to justice. It might surprise you, monk, but I'm perfectly capable of making decisions without your precious guidance. Is it too much to say that annoying temple advisors belong on the rack? The temple serves only Barkana. I like to believe that, especially with war approaching the southern kingdoms. I'll say it once more, Corazon. If anything happens to Ho, Thorn loses his head. I will pray that your son makes it through this unscathed, yet I do not think that it is wise to exact vengeance upon the person trying to rescue him. The gods aren't that reliable. I'd be happy to do your bidding, Your Highness. You showed kindness to me once, and it's time I return the favor. Finally, a voice of reason, and I don't care if it comes from a bookworm. Thank you, Corazon, for your prayers, and you, Scribe, will have others to assist you. You'll have to get acquainted with your new companions before leaving Albius. Out of the blue, I entered the royal service and found myself some good travel companions. Looking at a man you haven't yet met. You're a new face to me. You probably already had the on our goals and reasons, but I'd still like a proper introduction. My name is Hopper Rouley. I'm a scribe. I'm Stein of the Albius Guard. The generals picked me up by the watchtower and pestered me with questions all the way here. Now they sent me to accompany you. I'm not thrilled, but it's better than arguing with Prince Trig. We'll have plenty of time to talk on the way. Let's make it through the gate first. You look as if you don't approve, Stein. Look, I know Thorn Brenin, and I'm certain he wouldn't kill without good reason. If anything, he tried to save the prince. I'll follow orders and fight him, but in my opinion, the man is innocent. You are indeed a man of duty, following orders you disapprove of. For the time being, all you have to do is point Thorn out to me when we catch up to him. Everybody's got their own responsibilities. One of our captains thought differently, but Thorn Brenin is another story. It's a father's duty to protect his children, and protect them he will. Had it not been for this accursed tripping, Thorn might have just replaced Trouble as burgomaster. Many noble souls have ascended the scaffold, but very few have returned. Must you always escort me, Ake? Laugh all you want, I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm quite capable of handling a dozen girls all by myself, but taking down the town hall is another thing, and don't you dare hex me, or I'll beat the living daylights out of you. I am no sorcerer, Ake. The town hall was already falling apart. I just sneezed a little too hard, but thanks for the warning. You sneezed so hard that the cardinal himself waded through the rubble to get you out. That's some achievement right there. Chance rules the world, Ake. That and strong fellows like yourself, if you're lucky. Good. It's time to go. We will get to know each other on the way. Don't get frightened if anything else crumbles like the town hall. Wait a moment, book lover. His Highness told me to give you a jug of temple balm. Doesn't want you to fall ill. I guess he's also granted you travel documents with his personal seal. Here you go. It will make the journey easier. How curious, the prince showers us with gifts for a job that isn't even half done. Well, if that's all you have to say, let us be on our way. Let's talk in private for a moment. We've a long road ahead, and I need to tell you something. They say the cardinal blessed you, so you're not just some filthy sorcerer, right? So you won't make fun of me. Tall as you are, you're forced to look up at the giant. You wait for him to say something. Thing is, whatever hag appeared to our prince in his dream, I saw a pretty girl, the one that Padagang thought he'd glimpsed. Only I never mentioned her to anybody. Why didn't you? Did you pity the girl, or was it something else? And how do you know it was the same girl? There are many pretty women in Berkana, more than anywhere else in the world if you ask me. They make your blood race, not curdle. I nearly shat my breeches when she came to my tent. The way she stared at me, and then, when she vanished into thin air, I decided that it'd be best to keep silent. You know, for appearance sake. Why did you bring her up then? So she came to me because of you. Tell your new companion to look for signs, she said. If he values his life, he should watch and listen closely. The signs, she said, should be found in burnt-out coals, ruins, or a place where there's no water, or some such nonsense. Nonsense or not, thank you for telling me. I'll rack my brain for a way to save the prince and solve these riddles. Let's go, your ruler can't wait to see us leave. You leap to your saddle with plenty to think about. Clearly, Corazon received no message. It was addressed to you. Follow the guiding one. Collect the 7 parts of wisdom, read, and be saved. Gods know where these parts of wisdom might be. This guiding one is also a mystery. It seems there's a long road ahead, no time for leisurely traveling to the far ends of Terminum. The reaping, the prince, Thorn and his daughter, all of them are bound together. One can only pray there will be no need to sever this tie. Alright, this is where we stop. We will continue in the next episode. There wasn't too much fighting. in this episode, but I promise you there will be a lot in the next few episodes. Now that all the characters have been introduced and their goals. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.